Hey everyone, this is Kate Byers, founder of Corporate Women Unleashed. And I'm excited we have a fabulous client here with us, Erin. She is an international sales manager in cybersecurity, and she's got a fabulous story to share with us about what's really possible for women and just kind of what her results and her experience has been. So, Erin, thank you. Thank you so much for coming to chat with us today. I'm excited.
Yeah, thank you, Kate. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, it's going to be fun. So, okay, I always like to start with obviously like results. So, what would you say is different about your life and your career now as compared to where you were at before we started working together?
Yeah, well, for me, I'm somebody who I put others' needs above my own. I'm a mother, I'm a manager, I'm a partner, I'm a friend, I've got a family. And so this program has helped me prioritize my needs. I feel like I was always putting their needs above mine, before. And so it's like not just one day a month I'm prioritizing myself, but daily. I'm actually like, what do I need on the daily?
Isn't that amazing? You're like, oh, I have
Yeah.
needs daily, not just one spa day every 3 months. Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah. Not just a me day.
Oh, Erin, that's fabulous. Okay, so let's put some more color to that. Then when you were not prioritizing, or let's just stay on results. So when you're prioritizing your needs, what is that giving you? Do you feel like you're able to be more effective at work? Do you feel like you're calmer? Like what does that manifest into for you? What's the result of that for you?
Yeah, that definitely gives me more time in my day. I thought I needed more. Oh wait, I thought I needed more time in my day. But one thing that CWU did is it helped me realize that how I spend my time, and if I spend it with intention, that will give me the time that I thought I needed.
Right. I know. Yeah, we're all chasing time, and it's not about time. It's how you use that time effectively to fill your
Yeah.
needs. Oh my gosh.
Yep.
So it actually, because you have a little one at home, so it actually
Oh,
gave you
yes.
more time.
Yeah, well, and not just that, I think for me, and from our initial call, even before I started the program, one of the things that I was concerned about is I felt like I wasn't disconnecting when I was like, from work, when I was spending time with him. So I wanted to be able to actually spend time with him present in the moment
Mm.
versus, still thinking about work, still worrying about work, checking my phone, all of those things.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So that was one of the challenges. Yeah. So instead of just being, okay, I'm pushing you in a stroller or whatever, but I have no idea. Like I'm not even talking to you because I'm over here. You're really present. Oh, that's so
Yeah.
priceless. That is so priceless. Okay. So, and then what about your energy? Do you find that you have more energy because of just how you're now more conscious of how you use your time?
Definitely. I think one of the big things for me being a mother and also, being a manager working with a lot of reps is autonomy is really important for me. And I didn't realize that about myself because I am somebody who gives a lot. And so learning to give for myself, I think was really important. Give to myself was really important. And this program helped me realize that.
Oh, I love how you phrase that. Okay, so where were you at beforehand? Like, what was the straw that broke the camel's back that said, okay, the way I'm working is no longer working?
You know, I kind of found myself in this unhealthy cycle. I was kind of running myself ragged for a month or a quarter, and then finding one day and being like, oh, okay, this day is for me. And like then feeling energized for another month or a quarter, and then being, near broken and taking a day for myself. And I'm like, I can't keep doing this. I want to live every day like I live that one day every month or quarter. Like, how do I live my life that way instead? So that's kind of where I was at. And I honestly, I saw online, I saw one of your webinars and I was like, let me just go check that out and see what it is. And everything that you were saying, I was just like, yes, that's me. Yes, that's me. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me see what this is about.
Crazy women, really, really. Oh my gosh, that's so funny, Erin. I love it. Well, and we hear that all the time. People are like, "Oh my gosh," they watch one of the trainings and they're like, "That you're in my head," and I'm like, "I know." So what do you think brought it? Though I'm curious because do you think you always worked this way, but then once you added in partner and you added in baby and you added in more senior levels of your career, do you think that's what was sort of creating that concoction of like something's got to change?
I think I always had an issue with like kind of disconnecting from work anyway, but when I started working from home, I think that it took it to another level, because then not only I wasn't like, okay, well, I'm leaving the office. Yes, I'll check my phone a few times, but not a big deal. I was still at the office. I'm at home, which is my new office. So I think it was a great way for me to kind of hit that spot sooner and get to this point to where I was like, all right, let's change this up. What's working now is not working.
That's amazing. Okay, so what are some of the things that you've been able to do? Because I think as women, where we go to first is we put in the external boundaries, like I'll shut my phone off, or I'll shut the office door,
Yeah.
or I'll schedule time on my calendar for myself. And those things are great. They can work to a point, but they don't always work sustainably. So where do you think CWU helped you, I think, break ground, I guess, to where you couldn't get to before?
I think the big thing is like finding things that will resonate to like, oh, now I'm doing this thing again. Stop it. Like I was able to find triggers as to, okay, well, now this is this script telling me what's happening. That I think before I would just continue to do it and not think to stop it.
Yeah.
Whereas now I'm like, oh, okay, I'm really thinking about work a lot right now. Can you do something about it? Should you take a deep breath? Should you disconnect? And you're able to actually realize and identify the things within your life that are, causing you stressors or for no reason.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's really that emotional and psychological, that emotional and mental well-being that we teach is what you're talking about, right? Because that's when you
Definitely.
have that self-awareness of how you're wired. It's like, oh, wait, little circuit board's going crazy right now. Let's just shut that down. And that's
Yep.
what happens. That's what really gets it. Okay. So that's cool. So that self-awareness was a big deal for you. All right, cool. So why was it so important for you to fix it though? Because I hear the cycle of just like, oh, I'm doing great, and then I'm crashing and burning and crashing. Was your partner
Yeah.
getting tired, or was it more you just saying like, this is not how I want to live?
It was more me getting tired, honestly, like me getting tired of not being the best person for my son, for my, for my partner, for my reps. I was like, I wasn't content with the level that I was even able to bring to them, because I wasn't able to bring it to myself first. And you got to put your own mask on first before you put it on someone else. And I wasn't doing that.
Totally, totally. And do people at work see that? Like, do you feel that you are, I don't know, Erin 2.0 or whatever at work, or have they seen that? Or do you feel like it's just been more for you? Is it more that inner harmony? I'm no longer freaking out all the time.
Well, I feel like I was always this really positive person on the outside, but on the inside, that wasn't necessarily how I felt. I was able to bring that to other people, but I'm not bringing that to myself. So a lot of it was internal, but when you fix things internally, it becomes external. So yes, I have gotten comments from people saying, well, Erin, wow, you seem like that's a weight off your shoulders now. What's going on? That's why. Yeah.
Isn't that cool? And you're just like, oh, yes, wow.
Yeah. They're free.
I actually feel on the inside the way I look on the outside now. Isn't that nice? Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I'm so happy for you. Wow. Okay. So what was something maybe we asked you to do that you were like, what do you want? Was there anything that you were just like startled at or surprised at, or did everything seem to make sense? Like, was there anything? 'Cause a lot of people say like, I didn't know it was going to be this, did it seem strange, or were you like, oh,
I think some of it was so the piece of the elevator is something that I had definitely never done before, and I think that was something that I was like, oh, this will put me on the spot. Oh, like almost, oh, security wise, oh, I'm out there for everybody to see, and then I was like, well, this is good. Get it out there. Get it off your chest. Why are you worried about it being out there for everybody to see? You have to ask yourself those questions. So I think that was something that within the program I was like, wait, what is this? And now I use it all the time. Daily. So
yeah, and you're like, this is the best tool ever. Yeah, really weird trying this out for the first time, but now it's like a lifeboat.
like, what does it mean to me?
That's awesome. I love how you've integrated all this too. And what's great about what you're communicating is that you've integrated it. It's part of who you are now. Like, it's your vernacular.
Yeah.
It's what you're using. It's not just like, oh, let me go get this toolbox when I need it. It's like, no, this is how I'm now thinking, and I've up leveled how I take care of myself in this way and how I process the world.
Yeah. Well, and that's why, I think that was one of the reasons why then I went on to join Rising, was because I feel like I got a lot of great tools within CWU. And then I wanted to make sure that I was applying the tools and actually using them on the daily, because otherwise, if I need additional help, that's exactly what that program's there for.
Yeah, totally. Well, you get to really integrate it. Really, you get to own it, because
Mhm.
now you're practicing it over and over and over again in a 6 month, cohort that allows you that deeper insight. And as you know, Erin, and like every other, professional woman out there, challenges are going to hit you upside the head. And it's like, wait a minute, the more I can deal with those with my new shoes on, the better I'm going to be at it.
Yeah.
And then you can fly. Ah,
Oh,
that's
definitely. And one of the things too that I think of when I very first started, I think, okay, so I was talking to you on the phone, and we were discussing, when's a good time for me to start. And I remember thinking, oh, this is the busiest time for my, my job. I was like, so this is the worst time for me to start. And then I thought, this is the best time for me to start, because this is the busiest time. If I can find time for myself in this busiest time, then I can find time for myself, anytime.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. Well, and it's so nice because then you actually also have support during this busy time too. It's not just
Oh,
you once again putting your life on hold and then being like, okay, I'll live my life in 6 months when all this is over. So good on
exactly.
you. Yeah. Good on you for actually thinking that. I think that's great. Well, anything else that you would want to share, or just like, again, there's someone else out there that's going to be watching this and going, okay, that sounds like me. Like anything else that you want to share, or just a heads up or a message, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I think really the best message for me is that, if you think you are too busy to focus on yourself, and if you're not, like, this is the time to take that time, because you'll always be too busy. There's never the right time. So the real answer is, it's always the right time.
I love that, Erin. I think that's like the mic drop statement. Like, ladies, peace out on that one. Like, there's never a good time to prioritize yourself. It's right now, right? And
Yeah,
I think
it's
learning
always.
to break out, yeah, and learning to break out of the crazy, and actually, or to elevate into, where it's less crazy, and now we just handle the chaos with grace, which is what you're doing, Erin. How cool is that? Oh my gosh. And you've achieved so
Yeah.
many goals. Like, I mean, because I remember even when we were working in the initial 8 weeks, you've lost weight. Like everyone else in COVID's learning, like gaining weight. And you're
I
like, I've
lost
lost
the
weight.
COVID-19. Like, I was like, so my friend and I were joking, and we were joking that, oh, we're going to gain the COVID-19. And I was like, no, you know what? We're going to lose that COVID-19. And so it was great, because with CWU, like, we went through some strategies on how I could actually meet that goal. And I mean, we did. I lost over 19 pounds actually by this point. But like, that was I got my surgery on my foot. I have been putting that off for over 6 years now. I finally was like, why have I been putting this off? Like, this is something I need. Like, I physically need the surgery on my foot. Like, just get it done. And so that's been done. And now I can walk again. So that's exciting.
Isn't
So
that
it's been
great?
really helpful. Yeah.
Oh, Erin, I love what you're talking about. You're just living your life, doing what you need to do. Work is there. It's important. It's cool. It's awesome. You're fabulous at it. But it's just this piece that sits there. There's all this other stuff that happens too. I love it.
I think you're right. And when I really do think about it, I think that was one of the best results is, you are more than just what you do. I love my job. I love my family, but I'm not just, work, Erin. I can flow throughout my day. I used to always say life balance, I got to find this life balance. But I think, Kate, you always say it's not really a balance. It's a flow, like flow from one part of your life to the other. And that's how I feel like I'm getting a lot better at doing that flow versus just trying to balance, because the balancing act is, nobody likes to be on a tightrope.
That's it. It's stressful. It's exhausting. I got to balance. I got to balance. I got to balance. And it's just like whack-a-mole. You're just whack-a-moling all day long trying to balance. It's just like, oh, egad.
Yeah.
And you got flow. Well, you sound like you have flow, Erin. I will say that. Like, just listening to you. I don't know if anyone else is listening to this. Like, doesn't she just sound like calm and cool and just like, oh, it's fine. All good. All good. I'm so happy for you. And I'm so glad we found you, or you found us. So it's just been amazing to have you. You've committed. You came in, you just asked all sorts of amazing questions. You did the scary stuff and tried out all the, the different things that we ask you to do. And
Well,
you've got
And I would
have
say, like,
results.
it's not easy, right? Like, it's not, and I wouldn't say it's an easy course. It's not supposed to be. If you aren't willing to do the work and you think somebody else is going to wave a wand and it'll be fine, that is not going to happen. But it's worth the work.
It is worth the work. Ah, that's the best close. Thank you so much, Erin. You are the best. Oh gosh. Well, thank you again. And I'll let us sign off right there. But Erin, best wishes to you. And we get to keep you around and we're fine. So we'll keep working. Yay.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you.